Hello everyone, I am Bharati from ECE department. In this video, we are going to discuss about Foster-Seeley discriminator. It is one of the FM demodulation method. First, what is demodulation? Demodulation is nothing but it is the recovery of original signal from the modulated signal. In the year of 1936, the Foster and Seeley introduced this method. This Foster-Seeley discriminator is otherwise known as phase shift discriminator. This because it relies on phase angle variation for FM detection. This method is widely used until the IC technology is come to play in 1970. There is some drawback in the previous demodulation method, which is tuning is difficult since three tuned circuits are to be tuned at a different frequency. To overcome this disadvantage, Foster-Seeley demodulator is introduced. It uses a double tuned RF transformer. Firstly, the incoming frequency variation of FM input are converted into the corresponding phase variation, which are converted into amplitude variation. This amplitude variation are provided as input to FM detector, which are recover original signal. Firstly, the Foster-Seeley circuit operate using a phase difference between signals. To obtain a different phased signals, a connection is made to the primary side of the transformer using this capacitor, and this is taken to the center tap of the transformer. This is the center tap of the transformer. This gives the signal that is 90° out of phase. When an unmodulated carrier is applied at the center frequency, both diode conducts. Both diodes are conducts to produce a equal and opposite voltage across their respective load resistors. These are the load resistors. This voltage cancel each other. Say some voltage V1 is drop across this, and here also V1 voltage is drop across this. Suppose this voltage or cancel each other, there is no output, no voltage at the output side. As the carrier moves off one side of the center frequency, either up or down, the balance condition is destroyed, and the one diode is conduct and another than the other. One diode is conduct more than the other. This results in the voltage across one of the resistor being larger than the other, and a resulting voltage at the output corresponding to the modulation of the incoming signal. The choke is required in the circuit to ensure that no RF signal appear at the output. The capacitor C3 and C4 provide a similar filtering function. Here the voltage VAB is shared as off to the each side of the balanced circuit. The voltage across this is said as V01 and here V02. If we applying the KVL to the this loop separately and this loop separately, we will get the final result as V01 equal to V1 plus VAB by 2 and V02 equal to V1 minus VAB by 2. The total output voltage is V01 minus V02. Here, this part will act as a tuned amplifier. We will see the characteristics of the tuned amplifier. Here, we say there is a center frequency FC and there is some deviation across this side and this side. The deviation is added to the center frequency which is said as delta F, which means a frequency deviation here FC minus. Now we are going to analyze this three types of frequency which are given to input as the circuit. Okay. Now the input frequency is equal to Fc. There is a no phase angle deviation, it is 90 degree, and this VAB by 2 and minus VAB by 2 is out of phase 180 degree. And here V naught 1 equal to V naught 2 and the output voltage becomes 0. If the case F is greater than Fc, the circuit will act as series inductive circuit. In the inductive circuit, the current is lag and the voltage is lead. The current is lag and the voltage is lead. So the V naught 1 is greater than V naught 2 and V naught become positive value. If the case is F is less than Fc, the circuit will act as a series capacitive circuit. In series capacitor circuit, current will lead and voltage is lag. So the V naught is less than V naught 2 and V naught become negative. Here we can conclude that both the primary as well as the secondary tank circuits are tuned to the center tapped frequency of the incoming FM signal. The choke L3 is the return path for the diode rectifiers D1 and D2. The resistor R1 and R3 and R4 or the load resistor and are bypassed by capacitor C3 and C4 to remove the RF components. Now we can characterize the Foster-Seeley method. If the Fc is greater than del F, the voltage is instantaneously increasing, and Fc is less than del F, the voltage is negative, which is decreasing. Now we can see the advantages of the Foster-Seeley method. It offers good level of performance and a reasonable linearity. It is simple to construct using discrete components, and it provides higher and more linear output, that is lower distortion. Distortion is here very low. Coming to the disadvantage, the circuit is very sensitive to both frequency and amplitude. Therefore, it needs a limiter before it to remove amplitude variation and hence amplitude noise. And it is high cost transformer. This is all about the Foster-Seeley discrimination method. Thank you.